you believe is literally evil? Ian Watkins from the band Lost Prophets. Gertrude Banisewski, the caregiver of Sylvia Likens. Her story still gives me chills. Ian Brady and Myra Hindley. The tape recording of one of their young victims crying for her mum while being tortured is awful. They refused to say where they buried Keith Bennett and that boy's poor mum died without knowing where he was. I hope they are forever being tortured in hell. David Miscavige, the leader of the Church of Scientology. Kenneth Copeland, the mega-pastor who looks like a demon wearing a person suit. Nothing about that man seems remotely good, and I have no idea how he continues to convince people to hand over millions of dollars. Kenneth Copeland. The Sackler family. Ted Bundy. Health insurance denying treatments that your doctors have personally recommended. Health insurance companies insisting that you try other treatments first, or insisting that you work with in-network doctors who can't be seen for 6-8 months, intentionally delaying your proper treatment. It's fucking murder as far as I'm concerned. I could keep listing ways that the health insurance industry is pure evil. Pol Pot. He single-handedly made the life expectancy in Cambodia drop from like 80 or something normal to 18 years. He was also a hypocrite in who was to be purged, as he had all of those traits earlier. You know, with Hitler, the more I learn about that guy, the more I don't care for him. Joseph Mengele. Human traffickers. Lori Vallow, Mormon cult lady who murdered her kids and didn't care. Epstein. You just know. Kenneth Copeland, ironically an evangelist. Josh Duggar. The Sackville Baggins. Jim Bob Duggar and his cretin of a son, Josh. I watched some YouTube doc about a popular furry dude who was robustly accused of sexually and physically assaulting his dog and other, can't remember the name. Terrible POS. The posts that were linked to him about said acts were chilling. Jim Jones. People who abuse children. Child and animal abusers. Karla Homolka. Warren Jeffs. I see a lot of cult leaders in this thread, but I think Warren and his dad Ruluan are a cut above the others. Joseph Mengele. I believe he was one of the most truly evil people to have ever lived. King Leopold of Belgium. Started the biggest genocide in history, and it's not even well documented because it happened in Africa. 25 million Africans killed. Anyone on the boardroom of a cable news company in America. You look outside and you see our society on the brink of collapse, and yet you choose to present this as what's important to Americans. Infotainment and consolidation need to go. We need more voices, and some of those have to be antagonistic to your sponsors, too. We need a fairness doctrine 2.0. Phone scanners. They attack the vulnerable without remorse. Quite a few living politicians want to cause as much harm to their own constituents and their children as possible for no reason beyond a nonsense culture war. To say I win. I wish that disturbed more people. Scientologists. Henry Kissinger. Eric Harris from Columbine was a pure psychopath. Enjoyed killing and was totally remorseless. It's mental illness, but it results in truly evil behavior. I guess Putin has to be up there. Joel Osteen preacher Kenneth Copeland. Every single pastor who operates a megachurch. Please note that I am not saying religion is evil, I am saying the people who abuse people's beliefs to gain wealth. Pedophiles. Specifically the ones caught with sexually explicit images of children under 3. A Kelly. Any animal abuser ever. I don't tolerate animal cruelty, ever. It's the purest form of evil. just like child abuse. Nobody saying Rupert Murdoch. Animal abuse. Harming, hurting a living thing just for the hell of it. That's true evil. John Wayne Gacy. Kim Jong-un must be a pretty heartless man. That demon pastor Kenneth Copeland. Fun fact, if you Google demon pastor, he is the first result. Serial killers easily. They kill people for pleasure. Every day that Henry Kissinger is still alive is a bad day. Nestlé. Once you've been to Cambodia, you'll never stop wanting to beat Henry Kissinger to death with your bare hands. You will never again be able to open a newspaper and read about that treacherous, prevaricating, murderous scumbag sitting down for a nice chat with Charlie Rose or attending some black tie affair for a new glossy magazine without choking. Witness what Henry did in Cambodia, the fruits of his genius for statesmanship, and you will never understand why he's not sitting in the dock at The Hague next to Maluvi. Anthony Bourdain. He turns 100 in a week. Joel Osteen. Pick a megachurch pastor, any megachurch pastor. Kissinger. And yet he still lives. As a Houstonian that lost his house in Harvey, Joel Osteen, that leech can go fuck himself. Fun fact, his megachurch is down the street from the Art Institute of Houston and is approximately twice as fucking big. Anyone who thinks owning water is okay. The higher-ups of Intuit. They were supposed to make it free for low-income Americans to file their taxes. They purposefully made their websites a confusing maze to trick low-income people into paying for a service they were legally entitled to get for free. They lobbied the government to make sure that they stayed in partnership with them instead of making a separate website for filing. Brian Koberger, suspect in the Idaho quadruple homicides. Lukashenko, I hope he'll live long enough to be sentenced for all the oppression and murders he committed against Belarusians. My father. He's a woman beater and a rapist. Fuck that guy. I despise him. Nazis. Just in general, all of them. Kenneth Copeland. If evil had a modern face, it'd be